Let's start this gold.
Uh,
They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but some of you be holding some ugly bitches. That's what I'm saying. Welcome to POS. Frank, take it away.
Hi, we got two legends as guests this week. I am so impressed. First, you may know him from the recent appearance on The Wet Spot or Misery Loves Company, where he was recently on a list of the most racist comics. Let's welcome comedian Barry Ribs joins us. Plus, from his many appearances, his numerous appearances on Howard Stern, endless radio and podcast appearances, let's please welcome comedian Bob Levy. Take it, Pat.
That was the best you've ever done.
Well, I practiced for 2 days.
Yeah, you did well. You did. You actually, I don't know if that was a good intros, but you did it. And that's all that matters.
I got the names right.
We're just so you guys know, we're doing this every week. So we have things to log for when Frank dies. That's all we're doing, just to have something there.
You mean he's alive? He's alive now?
I'm not sure. It might be out like the cheapest hologram anyone's ever gotten. It's just sitting there. I have a bunch of topics here to bring up, and people that watch the show, we talk about. I bring up a topic, and then we decide who's the POS. But something came up before the show, and I think it's very important to the listeners. Okay. Is Geno Bisconte gay? That is our first story today. I will bring up. Here's our facts. Geno Bisconte, when he dates women, they're all crazy. When I knew people that were in the closet, they always dated crazy women to kind of have like that. Listen, they're nuts, but that's why I don't like them, because they're crazy. So I can see that there. When I was in college, there was a guy who came out about a year later from this. A girl kept trying to run him over with his car all the time because she was mad because he was always at the club on Tuesdays, which was gay night. But he said he went there because it was cheap drinks. A year later, he came out. He has a cat that he loves more than life itself. Gay. As you guys have both said, he likes to kiss men a lot when he sees them. I have no problem with it. I think I'm sorry, not the Wet Spot. In Hot Water would be a better show if it was called In Twat Water and Geno was gay on it.
Yeah, you see,
Is Geno gay?
I don't believe men are born gay. I believe that women will drive them gay, and that's what you do by dating crazy women. It's one step. You want a cock in your hand. And that's not yours. And the whole thing is that, by having women drive him there, it seems less gay, but it's still gay, I think. I think Geno, at this point in his life, is able to ease his way into it. Like now, the way he sits, the way he'll talk to him, he's kind of, he's okay in both a man and a woman, I think, at this time. So it's those days, you know what I mean? There's a virus going around. Who cares if he's gay? That's what I say.
But you made a point right there that I need to talk with you for a second about. Bob, women have drove you crazy. You've been married a bunch. They've made you nuts. You've never been gay.
No, not, you know what I mean? I think maybe a few more fucking elbow shots to the face by women. And I'm probably about 2 or 3 really bad relationships away. So there's no way I'm going to even get to that point. So
I still think that you'd rather just date women without arms than men.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier. It's like you can see when she leans back, like her body, because she has nothing to hold on to with her arms missing. When she's ready to kick you, so I can handle that shit.
And you're like, in your heart, you're like, she's really falling for me. That's how you feel.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, it takes you so long to do the dishes, but you know what I mean? Boy, can she fucking suck a dick.
And are they clean when they're washed with their feet? Are they really clean? Who knows? I have to unmute.
You know what?
I have to unmute Barry now because I had to mute him because how do I unmute it now? Here we go. Can I do this? Or did I mute everyone? You're still there. Unmute audio. Boom. Boom. Barry's the wind in Jersey was too much, so I had to unmute it.
What the fucking noise was? I thought fucking a tornado was coming down to fucking take you away and that shit.
Wait, why can't I can't unmute Barry, and this is hilarious.
I just hit the unmute. Let me tell you something. As I told you, Pat, I'm out here stealing Starbucks Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? And
it's not stealing.
yo, there's a storm coming in here. Yo, it's like a tornado and shit. So,
it's actually Geno's asshole opening up, and it's in the area, and it's coming to swoop you in.
No doubt. Let me say something about Geno. As we know, Italians, especially the maid mobster types, they like to kiss on the cheek. But I knew he crossed the line the last time I saw him. He kissed me on my dick.
Wow.
That's a sign.
Was there a handshake first?
There was just a kiss on both cheeks, and that was my ass.
Were you naked?
Of course.
Okay.
Yo, well, Pat, of course I was,
listen,
man.
that's called the Italian hello. I can't get mad at that. That's a man thing they do there. That's basically how you order a pizza there. That's what men in Italy do.
Let's say Frank also. Yo, the four of us are veterans in the game, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Right, Bob?
Well, I've never went that far. You know what I mean? I'll let him kiss my helmet, but I'm not going to kiss his helmet, you know?
Which one? Well, which one makes you gay? If you kiss it, or if you get your dick sucked by a guy, are you gay?
If he kisses the head of your penis?
If he's kissing your penis, are you gay? It's just a blowjob. But if you kiss his penis, you're gay.
No,
are they both gay?
I make believe I'm sleeping. It's never gay when you don't know what's happening.
I make believe. I like that you don't just go to sleep. I make believe. In my mind, I'm sleeping. Frank, you don't know Geno well.
I always believed in the added.
Good.
Right, I did meet him, yeah.
You met him when he ran in on our show, our pilot taping a compound, when he ran in real drunk and tried to ruin it. Is he gay?
You know, it did cross my mind then. But what Bob said, that made such a point to me about if you date enough crazy women, you'll wind up holding a dick in your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Frank,
I mean,
you know my personal life more than anybody. I'm not going to share anything else, but that ain't going to happen.
No, but I'm just saying that made a lot of sense to me. I mean, when you date all these women and they drive you crazy, then they bring you to divorce court. And when they take all your money, they take your house, they take everything. They take your next money from your next gig. Why would you want to continue that route? This is a viable option.
Have you met gays, though? Frank, have you met gay men? They're also drama queen, and just like women. They're going to take your shit, too. We're almost there. It's going to be at the point. We should all just be alone. That's the whole – we're going to go to that side. We should be alone and then sometimes fuck people. Marriages should come with 2 houses and year leases that you renew if you want it or not. They're like cars. Yeah. You should go through and go, how are we working out? We should try it again. That, if you want to get married or even just be with someone, you have to divide your shit. Getting to Geno, here's the thing with Geno. Geno has found sensitivity in his life. I think Geno's finally happy. He was struggling like all of us. He's getting some attention and stuff like that. He doesn't know what to do with it because he's always been known as the racist guy who said the N-word and was homophobic. I think that kind of person is now trying to be loving and caring at the same time, and it comes off gay. It's not that Geno's not as gay. He doesn't know how to be a human without being drunk. So I think sober Geno is gay. Not by purpose, but by mistake. But drunk Geno is the straightest thing I've ever seen.
Yo, Pat.
You made a great point there.
No pun intended. Yo, Pat, how is Barry Ribs on the racist list and not Geno? How does that work?
Well, if I were you, I'd be happy that they knew who you were and they don't know who Geno is.
Well, Bob is my mentor. Do you agree, Bob?
Well, he should look. Everybody should be on that list. You know what I mean?
I was mad I wasn't. I wanted to be known enough to be on it, Bob. I was mad I wasn't on it.
No, it's just bullshit. You know what I mean? It's some chubby fucking black kid. Not funny. That he's got to do something to get people to look at him. You know what I mean?
And Barry is not racist. I don't know Barry well, but before I met Barry, I thought you were black because you were every flyer I saw, you were on black shows. I know a lot of people that know you. You might be a lot of things. Barry Ribs is not racist.
But
he doesn't see color that way.
You're wrong about that because the thing is, the reason they're on the show is because Barry actually owns them. He owns slaves still. That's why.
Yeah, but is that racist? He's giving them jobs.
But he owns them, and he's just going to take them on anyway.
So he owns slaves, but he can't have his own Wi-Fi. That's weird decisions. Why don't you own a black guy with Wi-Fi, Bear?
Oh, this is too much fun. This is too much fun. Too much fun.
See, if Barry was racist, he would have owned that right there. But the fact that he just laughs proves he shouldn't have been on the list. He just laughed, and it's so silly. Frank actually owns black people.
You're guilty of something. He's guilty of it, so he's like, yeah, that was a neat
hey, Bob, did you see Lori Kilmartin and Chrissy Mayer had a podcast? Let's talk about
Barry, I have a show with a format. We can't do that on this one, but you can do it on another podcast. That's the whole thing. We're going to be done with this subject. I'm actually going to mention someone you just mentioned in a minute, so if you can tie it in, we might work there.
Okay, let's talk about pieces of shit.
Yes, well, we will, Barry. Let's talk about the piece of shit Wi-Fi you're using right now where every third word's coming in. That's fantastic. I'm happy that New Jersey and you are getting destroyed right now. You both deserve each other. That's fantastic.
Yo, Bob, the host just turned on me.
No, he didn't. He was never with you.
Barry, he just turned on you like one of those birds when you give him that stale bread every morning and film it.
He just turned on you like Geno's finger in your asshole. It was a hard hook. All right, now I have to be old and put the glasses on so I can read. The actual first story we're going to go with is mentioning someone you mentioned. Chrissy Teigen is in the news recently, and she's in the news because she lost her shit on Twitter because allegedly she had taken a bunch of rides all to the old Epstein Island, and all those things kind of came up. In October that happened, but it came up again. Her and John Legend and all that stuff. It was brought up by Chrissy Mayer from the West Spot and everybody, and you brought up there. And she brought it up, and all of a sudden 60,000 tweets were being deleted. Who is the piece of shit in this story? Chrissy Teigen. Listen, a lot of famous people probably went to that island and didn't fuck kids. It just sounds like something a lot of Hollywood elites did and other people did. They took a plane ride. They went to I don't think it was like kid fuck Disney. I don't think it was just like rides of kids' assholes. I think it was a really cool resort that you could go to. And then once you were there, they would hook you up with younger women. You didn't know their ages. You were drunk and and cameras were on. So I don't think they went there with that intention. That being said, if you're going to get called out, just right away, be like, hey, by the way, this all started, I went to that place. We didn't do anything. Just deny and move on. Don't lie. Just say this is what happened and move on. Is it John?
But it sounds more like a theme park when you really look at it. Epstein,
right.
You know what I mean?
And the Jews make a good theme park. They do a good job.
Let's go on to young boy fucking slide.
Could the piece of shit be John Legend? Because what the fuck? Why is he with her? I looked up Chrissy Teigen. I thought she was hotter. I don't know why. So I'm like, if she's not even hot and she's just like a loud Cabbage Patch Kid, why is John Legend? Obviously, that was his ticket to go to Epstein Island. She was a +1. She wasn't fucking invited. He's John goddamn Legend. Why is he dealing with this shit? Is it Chrissy Mayer for getting international fucking fame for calling someone out on Twitter? Fuck you, Chrissy. I'm jealous as fuck. But also, be serious, is it Chrissy Mayer and people like Chrissy Mayer who care about this? Why are we destroying everyone on Twitter? I don't care that people went to that island. Not that I'm saying it's good or bad. I just don't give a fuck. Why is the whole world so ready to hold torches and destroy everyone when they feel like they have to? Chrissy Teigen feels like her family was being attacked on social media. How stupid is our lives become when we get stress and anxiety from a fucking computer, from staring at our phones, from attacking each other, not face to face? Would Chrissy say that to her in real face to face on a podcast? Of course she would. I respect what Chrissy does, but I'm saying that's not what you want to be known for going after people like that. Who is the piece of shit in this? Barry, we'll go with you first.
Listen, I always got Chrissy Mayer's back. That's number one. Number two, I stumbled upon a Chrissy Teigen, or whatever the pronunciation is. I stumbled on one of her tweets yesterday. she sounded like an immature teenager. She said, and I quote, anybody who I have, unfollowed, likes somebody else's comment that's an enemy of mine, they are an enemy of mine. Yo, she is a real knucklehead, that Chrissy Teigen. I'm going with Chrissy Teigen as being a piece of shit.
Was that the actual quote?
Well, as you can see,
and I quote, and that was my favorite. And I don't know, and I like stuff.
Yo, she basically Teigen, because I don't give a fuck. Teigen said anybody who is liking somebody that I unfollowed, they are my enemy.
Right.
Also. She's like a 10-year-old, that Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, she is a 10-year-old, but she also likes 10-year-olds. That's why she had so many posts about fucking tiaras and toddlers. That was a thing. There was tons and tons of posts. Now, listen, we've all made fun of shows that are on TV, but she talked about like stretching and their limberness. It was fucking weird, the tweets that were there that got taken down. But I don't know. I'm hoping one day to get famous enough to get canceled. That's all I want in life. I'm trying to do things so I have a backstory so people will shut me down. But I don't have anything about kids stretching. That's not there even in the craziest jokes I've said. So, like, I won't have that. And I don't even like going to islands or flying anyway, so I wouldn't have gone. But, Bob, who's the piece of shit?
Okay, you asked the question, but you said, is she wrong for finding out stuff, ratting her out? And then she flipped out about it. You have to look at it a certain way. We live in a time where everybody is ratting people out for everything. But is Chrissy different than those people? Yes, she is. You know why? Because what this lady was doing was, she's disgusting. This is illegal shit. This is fucking underage kids, okay?
If she did it.
If she
There's
did
no proof, but
okay.
that's what I'm saying. There is no, same thing with Chris D'Elia. There is no proof. It's just, yes, she took tweets down because she didn't want to get attacked. But listen, when I broke up with someone and they were starting to like have people attack my social media, I took some things down just because I didn't want someone to be weird to me. It wasn't about hiding things. It's sometimes you just hide from fucking people. I'm not defending her. I'm just saying we're too quick to attack a lot of times. And it's someone else's business. She's not coming after my kids. My kids aren't on an island. I don't care.
I know, but so what? Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe your fucking aunt's is or something like that. You understand what I'm saying?
My aunt's kids are old. Nobody would fuck them. They're old.
Maybe they're still pretty or something, not like you.
They were never pretty. And they would never be on that island. No one's going to fuck Irish white women. Not for money.
I'd rather fuck a fucking potato. It's the same fucking texture.
I'm a potato.
Yeah.
Yo, listen,
gay.
Pat and Bob, there used to be a code. You know, there used to be a code, but now we are in different times since social media and people's computers and iPhones and shit. There used to be a code, man, and there's not. It's every man and woman for themselves now, because especially now with this pandemic, man, people are trying to make a freaking name, man. There's just no stand-up out there indefinitely. There's no more code, right, Bob?
Well, is there a code for kid fucking or a code for like ratting people out?
For both.
No, you're right. Bear, you're right 100%. This is not about Chris. I mentioned Chrissy because I like Chrissy and it tied in everybody. We did Geno, all that. It's not about her. She's the one who brought the story up, and in actuality, I think it's pretty cool that she got that acclaim for people listening to her podcast. What she's done, she works her ass off. I'm saying in general. I'm saying people that are all about how do we get likes? Likes and attention is what we want. That's our fucking fuel now. It's our fucking crack. And the fact that you're even caring about that, like, I would care. I just focus on my own shit. I make jokes about me. I talk about me. All my shows are named after me. I don't give a fuck about other people because that's the focus with me. I don't care if Chrissy Teigen's doing that shit. Yeah, I know someone else will figure it out. But the fact that the 60,000 tweets are gone and 8 million other people jumped in on it. 8 million other people were like, yeah, fuck her. Let's destroy her. Let's now attack her kids, all this other stuff. Bob just died. But let's go after them. Let's take them all out. That's the part that makes me nuts. It's not the part about Chrissy doing it first, that's her job as a podcaster, bring up a topic. The people that are nobodies that are just on social media like sharks wanting to attack her and her family, that goes too far. Attack her tweets. Don't talk about her kids. You know,
Pat, there's now a thing going on, and it was brought up, I believe, by Lori Kilmartin today, that people in the comedy community are trying to cancel one another, man.
Yep.
Wow.
It's crazy. That's what they are trying to do. Think about Chris D'Elia. When that happened with him and the whole grooming shit, whatever, all the comics from California who all fucking loved him and kissed his ass, the second they could fucking say, oh, fuck him, I always thought he was creepy, they did without even knowing anything. People want to jump on that shit because they get the attention. They go on their podcast and talk about it and say, I can't believe that Chris D'Elia did this. He was a friend of mine. I opened it for him once or something. It's like, fuck you. You just want the attention and the likes from it. Bob, welcome back. And so that's what they want from it. So that everyone is trying to cancel each other. That's why I'm happy that in certain groups, like the group of weirdos that we're all in together on the Twitterverse here, that they might say they're, the Compound fans, the Brennan fans, the Bob's fans, all those people, they might be crazy animals, but they're supportive and they don't attack us. You know what I mean? They attack who hurts us, but they don't attack us. They understand the joke. I think it's the sensitive snowflakes who want to I want to say I'm a good person, so I'm going to destroy everyone that does this shit. It's sad to me that this is even a news story that we have to talk about. But at the end of the day, yeah, Chrissy Teigen to me is the piece of shit. Why? Because just fucking own your shit. Yeah, right. We went there. I didn't fuck. Trump did it the best. Yeah, I went there, but I hung with the staff. Fuck you. He hung with the staff. Even if he didn't do that, that's the best thing ever. Like, he went there, he goes, I'm not going to party. I'm just going to hang out with the staff. Trump didn't party with the kitchen help, but that's cool that he said it. Frank, who's the piece of shit?
Yeah, she is. It's so simple.
Who's she? Pronouns, pal.
Teigen. I mean, she's the one that brought this up. She's the one that did the lady. She's the one that hung out at that island. And if you were on that island, you knew what was going on. You know where that dickhead was going every night or every afternoon. You knew exactly what was going on. You and your husband, you're both piece of shits because you do not belong there.
But Frank, okay, it's we now know that Epstein Island was Kid Fuck Island.
Right.
You're assuming that they knew that. We didn't know any of this shit until this all happened when Epstein got in trouble. Then boom, all this shit blew up. So it's years ago. This didn't happen a year ago. So you get invited by these powerful people to go somewhere. You're John fucking Legend. You're Chrissy Teigen. You're all about the spotlight in the world. And you're going to fly to this exclusive place that fucking pampers you and treats you like a god. You're going to fucking go. That's how they trapped you. People didn't know they were going to fuck kids. They went there to be around the elite.
Pat, you know what else they do there? They
What?
bait you.
Yeah, they masturbate you. That's what they do.
They baby you.
Yo, Pat.
Child.
Pat, I go with Frank because he's got that judged look, and he looks like he doesn't like little kids at all.
Frank would have gone to that island in a fucking heartbeat.
He would have won the bet.
If we all got invited to do a set there, to cruise to Epstein Island, the three of us would do it right the fuck now.
No, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Just a set. You don't fuck. You just.
No, I couldn't be around that, man. That's fucked up shit. You know what I mean?
The crowd, but the crowd work you could do, Bob. The
No,
crowd
Bob-
work would be amazing.
And Bob's got warrants. Bob, you got warrants for Epstein Island, right?
Well, I bought a season pass, and then they started giving me shit. So I kind of
By the way, every pass is an easy pass there. But I don't know if you know that. Let's see. Imagine having like the subway card where you punch the holes and you get like the 8th traffic girl for free. That'd be nice.
No, not
Yeah.
easy. Pat, not easy. That's some tight punani, yo.
Probably not. Not after the first couple. I mean, they're on the island. They're not. I guess they do kill them after, but I'm guessing it's not too tight after the first couple.
I don't know about that.
I bet you they have like a tram car go by, like in Wildwood, and they have like little kids that watch the Tran Boy, watch the Tran Boy.
I wonder if there was a tattoo on one girl's thigh that said Bill Gates was here. I would go into that one. That'd be pretty cool to go, whoa, Bill Gates was here? That's neat. That's a good time. I enjoy him. All right, next story brought up here is actually something that happened for you two that don't know, but I've been telling my audience. because of all this shit in the world of COVID and all that, I had to take a regular job for the first time in about 10 years. I've now had to be essential. I now work in a Big Lots retail store during the day. And because of that, it's been wonderful because I've noticed how the rest of the world is fucking living, and it's helped me write a lot of material because I don't have to give a fuck. It's been great. But obviously, when you work in a place like that, they hire anyone. I got hired just without even knowing anything. They hire some crazy people. There's a guy at my work who's fucking nuts. Like, literally, they showed us, like, a shooter video in case that could happen, but no one wanted him to watch it because he knew he'd take pointers. Like, he's that fucking nuts. He talks to himself. He's told us all that he hears demons and things in his head. He always mentions that the Illuminati is after him and controlling the world. I think he's saying Illuminati, but he's calling them an Italian family the Illuminatis for some reason. But he's always talking about the Illuminatis are out to get you. I walked into work today, and he was in the middle of a discussion with this larger black guy and this younger black girl, basically where I guess he had just told them they are both the devil, demons, and evil. And that's because the voices in his head told him to say that, and they need to stop being demons. They didn't kill him, which I was hoping for. They just kind of yelled back and said, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck about your voices in your head. They told the bosses, they're all like, that's Nick, and just let it go. Who's the piece of shit? A crazy person for listening to demons. If you're crazy, you could shut them up. I've had shit in my head all day. I don't listen to them at all. Is it the black people for not beating them up for saying that shit? Is it me for when I said that's racist and they both asked why? And I'm like, oh, I just figured a white guy calling black people demons was racist. I thought that's what you did. And they're like, no, it had nothing to do with color. And even the guy said, no, I don't care if they're black. I just think they're evil. Or is it me for having to take a job where school shooters work? Barry, how do you feel? I know you're not really racist. Do you put race on things? That's my real question in this story. Do you put race on things? Do you sometimes think the race card when things happen, what's happening between black and white, or do you see stories as just what they are?
Let me tell you something. You are the piece of shit for asking me that question.
Yes. And you're a piece of shit for your answer. And we are fair. But you're the second sloppy drizzly shit, and I'm the piece of shit. Also, the POS, which stands for Pat Oates Show. That's how egotistical I am. That's why it's called that.
So, Pat, listen, Pat.
Should someone have beat this guy up? Do crazy people need a beating, or do you let them go because they're crazy?
Yo, Pat.
Yes, Bear.
If I were you, I wouldn't publicize that you got hired shoulder to shoulder with a mental case. That's number one. Okay, Pat? But
I've never been on a show with you, Bear, but I would promote that too.
Let's move on to Bob Levy, who's my mentor.
Okay, Bob, who's the piece of shit? You for being his mentor, or him for fucking telling people about it?
With this story, I think that if I was you, I would have just stayed home and better off getting the coronavirus, man, than fucking dying in the hands of fucking crazy fuck. So, I mean, you know, and like you say, do you look at racial things? Like, do you see it as a color and that stuff? I don't see it like that, but I'll tell you one thing. Like, if I'm watching a video or something like that, it comes on, or a story, and then I see a bunch of blacks beating up one white woman, and I go, oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of those, yeah. You know what I mean?
You're on Twitter nonstop.
Yeah, so basically, you know what I mean? Yeah, at the one point I'll say, yeah, I expected that to be, okay? Because, yeah, if you want to call that race thinking, but in my mind, I'm like, well, here we go again. You know, you know, and you're saying a certain group, but you're not saying those words out loud.
Right. Okay, Bob, what have you watched more to completion? Oh, a bunch of black people beating up on one white person, or a bunch of black men fucking one white woman?
It's probably a tie. I watched them all twice at the end. But yeah, I mean,
because I can't get to the end of the beating.
Yeah,
it's too much. But I can get to the end of the gangbang. I could definitely get it because I want to know if she gets home.
Yeah, exactly, man. I know she's not getting bus fare. So
I just watched Asians groping on a bus porn because it's my favorite just to laugh at before I do. I don't even jerk off to it. It's just fun to watch Asians groping people on a bus. And when I'm on the bus, nobody grabs me. It pisses me off.
No, I know. But yeah, it's like fucking, both of them. You can watch it, but you see it. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, yeah, they like doing that. That's what you're thinking in your mind. Those people.
Right.
But you're not saying these words, but you're actually, in your mind, you're going, oh, yeah, that's what those people do. Oh, yeah, I've seen videos like that. That's the thing.
But even like that, you still – and this is going to be the super four white guys show thing that people get mad at. But okay. I'm going to admit this out loud. Even when we say that and say, like, those people, we mean the bad ones of those people. I say it about white people, too. I'll be like, that's a piece of shit. That's some white people shit. I've said that, man. I had to put away a fucking a fucking pillow today that said sweater weather on it. And I was like, fuck white women. And it pissed me the fuck off. It's fucking July. Why is there a pillow that says sweater weather on it? And I knew that if you want to trap a Karen, you buy that fucking pillow. When I say fuck those people, that doesn't mean I'm being racist towards white people. Just those fucking white people. So when I say black people that way, I say those. I don't mean it in a all black people. I just mean people that act like that. And that's what I mean. But when you try to explain it, now I'm mansplaining and white-splaining. I'm just Pat-splaining, bitch.
Okay, Pat, what if I explained it like this? Like I said, those black people, and I threw it right at the back of it, right after those. So I threw those, and there was a maybe, and then black people is a maybe. But when I threw them together, boom! How do you get out of that one, motherfucker?
Well, you did a good Shatner pause in between, so it sold it like that. It was like those. Black people. And that was nice. That was almost Shakespearean, and I enjoyed that. So I would be so baffled by your acting that I wouldn't hear the racism. So I think that's the way to do it. Frank, piece of shit.
All right, I'm going another way. I'm going to management. Management hired this guy.
Okay, real quick though, to make it clear, he was hired because of when COVID was happening. It's the temporary. We just need people. So like he would probably have never been hired in regular situations.
Well, they knew what they were getting. I mean,
No, they didn't, Frank. They didn't.
They didn't know that.
He didn't write as his references demons and voices in his head. You don't really sell that on your resume.
All right. Well, then I'm going to have to go with you're the piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know how the three of you aren't saying that. I shouldn't even be talking about it. It shouldn't even be a thing.
About something we should not be talking about.
At all. I just know that no one's going to watch this episode, so I thought it was fine.
Well, wait a minute. Hey, I say that you're a piece of shit too, so we're all on the same page.
Right.
Bob, you were thinking it, and you were like, those people are pieces of shit, but you didn't want to say it out loud. I get it. Those Pat Oates people. I understand. All right. And speaking of crazy people, Kanye West is in the news. Is he still Kanye West or just Conway? Either way, Kanye West is in the news. This time it's Kim Kardashian who's in the news, apologizing for his bipolarisms, if you will, and all his crazy tweets, where he basically was telling his fucking wife to shut the fuck up and telling his family to fuck off.
That's not bipolar.
I know. That's what's we'll get to that, but that's the thing. Okay, is Kanye crazy? Sure. Is he crazy in 2020? Not really. Would him becoming president in 2020 cap off this year like nobody's business? Of course it fucking would. Okay, that all being said, why do the Kardashians even control this man? Why is Kanye West even with these people? He doesn't need them. He didn't need more fame. You could say, oh, it's her ass. You fuck the ass once, then you leave. It's not that good. And I'm a tiny, hiney person anyway. I don't believe in giant butts, but that's a whole different story. But who's the piece of shit? If Kanye wants to tweet stuff and write crazy shit, everyone else in the world's deleting it. Is he a piece of shit for not deleting it? I don't think so. I think he's amazing for keeping all that shit up. Yeah, they did delete some, but that's probably his management and people. Is it Kim for thinking she needs to come out and apologize? Her fucking family, half of them don't even know what sex they are. They should shut the fuck up. Or is it America for writing hashtags like pray for ye? Because that's his like nickname, Kanye, ye or yay, whatever. Pray for him because he needs our prayers. Or D, is this the biggest plot ever by the Kardashians to make sure that people with mental disabilities and anxiety and stress and depression will vote for him and her for president and first lady of the United States? Is this their move? Let's humanize him. Let's make, because if Trump can be president, Kanye West can be fucking president. Who is the piece of shit? Frank, you go first.
All right, I'm going to say she's not the piece of shit because she took a lot of shit and made it into a pile of money over the years. She is untalented.
She got fucked, Frank. She just got fucked.
Okay.
She got fucked by Ray J. And she got fucked by Ray J.
Right.
Literally fucked. She didn't turn in anything. People just, she doesn't do shit. They just on TV.
The last 15 years. The last 15 years, they made a gold mine from nothing. From nothing.
He made way more money. He has talent.
Is what I'm saying. He's talented. He deserves it. They deserve nothing. They got, you know what they got? They got what they deserve.
Well, you said earned it. That got me mad.
They got two mothers.
No, that's not their parent.
No?
Bruce Jenner's not their parent. The Robert Kardashian was. He's
the lawyer.
Right.
Okay. I still think she is. He's talented. That's going off on a certain limb that I don't understand. Let it play out. Let's see where it's going. But
I don't like people apologizing for bipolar. We've all got shit in our heads. I don't like that. That's not fair. He might be. I know a lot of people are bipolar. They ain't running for president and yelling crazy shit. Like, I don't like that she used his. If he wants to say that, if he wants to come out and say, I suffer from bipolar. Right. Sometimes I can't control. I need to pull the phone away. I need to put it down. I shouldn't have been tweeting that. I apologize. I let my emotions get there. It's a disease I battle, and I'm sorry. That's fine. She shouldn't be talking for him. That's not fucking fair.
Right. That's why
I should apologize when I fucking come early. The girl shouldn't apologize to other people that I'm not good in bed. That's not how it fucking works.
You apologize. Toilet paper holder?
Yes.
Okay.
It finally does. It's one thing that doesn't talk. Barry, who's the piece of shit?
Hey, listen.
I will.
For my brothers here tonight, I'm gonna go on record. First of all, before I give the piece of shit, I don't give a fuck about the Kardashians. However, any drama always filters back to the mother. She is fucking evil, man.
Yeah,
it's always the mother, man. The mother.
I thought the Kardashians took him out. You know what happened?
Is he still with us?
Yeah, Barry, you're there, right? It cut out once you said mother.
The mother is a Hollywood madam.
Oh. Wow. I didn't. Oh, you think she? You know what? You're right. She basically pimped out her daughters to make money. She sits back, she controls them, and she uses them and their family and all that to fucking make. It really is. She is a pimp. Her pimp game is strong. I'm gonna give her that. She's got strong pimp game.
No
she
doubt.
Gets her money. She owns her Johns. She does. Look what they did to Lamar Odom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's insane.
He tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Listen,
we've all been in a relationship. Bob, you've been there. We would never kill ourselves, but we've thought about maybe if we didn't live, it might be a little easier if it were with this one person. I get that, but like Jesus Christ.
We all would sign with the mother to represent us. No doubt about it.
Bob.
Listen, I just want to say about Conway. Well, whatever the fuck his name is. That is the craziest.
His new name is Conway, by the way. Conway West is a better name.
Conway West, okay? It does sound better. But that motherfucker is the craziest motherfucker in the world. He's one of them. You know what I mean? I've seen people. I'm not on that range of bipolar. Not definitely. I don't hit bipolar, but I'm fucking crazy. And where he is right now, that's the craziest motherfucker you're ever going to run into when he's fucking like that, when he was tweeting and that shit, right? That's the person that you would be in front of, and that would be terrifying. But I'll tell you one thing. When he was tweeting about his wife, calling her a piece of shit and all that shit, that man was fucking perfectly in his great mind right there. You understand? He was not fucked up when he wrote that. He knew what he was writing. He meant it. He's been through it. And that's what he needs to come out of this bipolar fucking cloud he's in, is to just fucking badmouth that fucking big ass wife of his all the time, and he'll be healthy. Because he was never that clear. When he wasn't mad at her of all the shit she did to him, you know what I mean? He couldn't think right. He ran for president and stopped being president the next day. That's somebody that's fucked up. And it's more fucked up. People even listen. people listen and go, yeah, Conway's running for fucking president. You know,
Conway 2020, baby.
But they fucking believed him. So who's the asshole? Fucking, we're all assholes.
Yeah.
When you're talking about fucking somebody with bipolar, that fucking the only time he's actually thinking correctly is when he's bad-mouthing his big fat wife with a big ass on the fucking thing. He can clearly think. You know what I mean? These people are fucked up.
Yeah,
We're talking about them.
What do you mean by these people? What do you mean by these people?
Oh, what do you mean by these people, Barry asked Bob?
He's right.
These people.
Which these people you talking about, Bob?
Black polar.
Well, the bipolar people. You know what I mean?
Bob meant black polar people. That's what he means.
Yeah.
Black people from the polar Alps. That's what it is.
When you walk by in the winter, when you go by the ponds. But
you just go in the pond because they can't swim and it's fine. So
black polar
here's my thing. Bob, you and I think we're all in agreement on this. If Kanye fucked up and then said whatever and we wanted to take it down, it's fine. Even if Kim wanted to say, hey, I disagree with what my husband said. I don't think he should have talked to me about it that way. I think it's a little rude to them, but we'll make it work. Anyways, you want to spin it. Say whatever you want, but don't fucking make an excuse for why he said what he said. But that happens all the time. If you're I was married for years. If you're ever in a relationship for a long time and you go somewhere, one of you is cranky at a party. What does the other one do? Tells people, oh, we had a long day. Or, something bad happened in their family. No, I just don't like this fucking day and I'm going to be cranky and have a tantrum at it. Don't fucking make excuses for my shit. If you're with me, own it with me. You stand next to me and you go, you know what? Yeah, I would have respected it more if she said, you know what? Yeah, I was being a bitch. I'm a bitch a lot, but I'm your bitch. So you shut the fuck up or I'll take half your Kanye money. I can do that shit. I have lawyers. And then that would have been more fun to watch than milking that thing. And then now he's going to come out and start doing some weird rap about being bipolar. They're going to have all these fucking TED Talks about fucking mental illness. We're going to get drowned with this shit because she had to cover up for him saying, hey, honey, shut the fuck up. That's all it was.
Pat, he has a new single coming out. It's called My Wife's a Cunt. I think it's coming out next Wednesday.
It's called,
is that with a K? With a K, Bob?
Yes. Beat me. Barry just beat me to it. That was two people trying to get that joke out, and it was like, God damn it! I was like, Barry, but Barry for the win right there.
There you go.
It's actually called Cunts in Paris. It's him and Jay-Z. It's together. I think 4 black people got that joke, and Barry did because he's not racist. All right, what do we have left? Oh, speaking of our man Donald Trump, and this will be our final story of the evening. Donald Trump is being blamed by the governor of Chicago, the mayor of Chicago, Lightfoot, for sending in federal troops, federal police officers, to go into that crime-ridden fucking hellhole in Chicago. She believes because she's a female and he thinks females can't get the job done. Yeah. I don't even think I need to give options, but we'll do it. Who's the piece of shit? Is it her for literally thinking this is a thing about a female and a chauvinistic thing? Chicago is fucking on fire. It's scary. Be happy he's sending you help. Why do women always have to fucking look at things from a different angle? It's not about that. Listen, why do women always get mad when men try to help? I am the perfect person for a feminist to date. I don't drive, I have no money, and I'll let you choose whatever you want. I'll make you laugh and I'll bat my eyes. But the second I tell a girl that I don't have a car, oh, maybe we shouldn't date. Shouldn't a guy have a car? Fuck you, bitch. I thought you were a strong, independent woman. Anyway, that's just a little side note. Here's the thing.
I think I read that on Twitter today.
You did. That was from me. That's a real thing on a date I went on where afterwards it was like, oh, the driving's too far. Really? Anyway. Yeah. I speak the truth, Bear. I don't hide nothing. So
this shit I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about the audience. Go ahead.
You know what? They enjoy it because they're fucking pieces of shit like us. That's what it is. Here's the thing. Is it Lightfoot for doing that? Is it Trump for fucking even entertaining the fact that he doesn't just say right away? If Trump says, no, it's not about women, we know it's about... Trump has built this whole fucking persona where we all can believe that he's going, yeah, that fucking dame, she can't do it. I'll send it over to save the floozy and sending him out there. Is it Chicago? What the fuck, Chicago? Stop. We have a pandemic. pandemic. Stop killing each other. Let the disease do it. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking do it. Or is it all of us for fucking watching this woman and not just calling her either the ghost of fucking Garrett Morris, which I called her on Twitter, or a fucking Admiral Akbar? This scary ass. Why is she in politics? Why are people? My whole thing, the real piece of shit, and I'll say it. I'll kick it to you guys. The real piece of shit is the fact that we have a whole group of politicians who have just taken it too easy to shit on the president. I'm not saying I'm for Trump or against Trump, but if that's what you're worried about, your city's on fire, your city's in hell, your city is the worst thing in the world right now. If your fucking focus is in why Trump is sending people and not, oh, thank God we're going to help our people, you shouldn't be in fucking office. They're too focused on fucking bashing Trump to save the fucking America right now. Barry, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Pat, for me having the floor or the sidewalk out here in Red Bank, New Jersey.
Barry, as I call him, hotter Bernie Sanders. That's what I call him.
Thank you. And shout out to Starbucks for their free Wi-Fi. Two things come to mind. And as gentlemen, including Frank, there's a thing called the male ego. And when you are a lesbian, you have a male ego. You know what I mean?
No, so, I don't. Please explain.
And that mayor has got to be the ugliest bitch I have ever seen.
She's up there. She's tough.
Yo, somebody.
Yeah, but would you fuck her?
Yo,
no.
Yo, if that could help, Bob, if that could help my career, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Bob. So, Bob, here's the thing, Bob. If I may just talk to Bob, because as I mentioned, he's my mentor. He gave me stage time when nobody would give me a chance. Right, Bob?
Yeah, I remember Barry, you know what I mean?
He wished you'd stop telling people, but he's fine with it.
He gave me a chance, man. Anyway, so first of all, you're hearing from a dude I got to talk a little quieter because this is Trump land over here in Red Bank. Trump is a major piece of shit, okay? And all his gang members.
A little louder.
Say what, Bob? Yeah, I'm going to say it louder, Bob. I don't give it. Yo, Bob, a lot of these people Bob, these people are in the industry and shit. They may be able to help me out, matter of fact. Trump is a piece of shit. Okay. I got it out, Bob.
Oh man, I can't wait till all the downloads of the viral video and Barry gets beaten down and we just keep asking Frank who the piece of shit is.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Uh-oh, they froze him again.
I got no problem. Right, Bob?
That's right. No, yeah, hey, pride is something not to have in comedy.
Barry, two things. One, Barry, if you can explain why lesbians have a male ego.
Yo, I
would like that because you say we all know that. I don't know that. They're the farthest. They don't like men at all. That's why they're lesbians.
Yo, I really think she's got an ego problem. And just like de Blasio, he doesn't want any stormtroopers coming into the city. So her and him have the same thing in common. They both have male egos, okay? And once again, as I said, I back anybody but that piece of orange shit wig dude. That's my 2 cents. Thank you.
See, I think it's kind of in the world of comedy. I'm sure we've all done it. You're booked to headline a show. Then you find out they booked another headliner and they're co-headlining you. And you're like, what the fuck? You can't co-headline. One goes last. I think she was happy to be the headliner. They didn't think she could fucking do the time. So Trump's sending in another co-headliner and she's pissed off at that. That's what she's mad about. And she's not going to be able to save it herself. I don't think Trump's a piece of shit for sending people in to fucking say save the day. Yeah, he does it in a way like, this stupid bitch can't do it, so we better go in there. Yeah, he does it wrong, but at least he's trying to fucking do it. Go ahead, Bob.
The whole thing that throws me off is that she's like, hey, we don't need your people. We can kill our people on our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is she trying to say? Like, you know what I mean? They're going to kill more people than they're actually killing each other in Chicago right now. I don't think those numbers would even come close if you brought them in. So I think it's pretty stupid. Everybody's watching them now. You think that they're going to go around really killing people when everybody's got a phone up, like they're at a Metallica concert and that shit? it's like you're not gonna get away with it. They need to clean up the streets, man. You can't fucking. The one mayor or the police guy in Chicago. You know what his thing was? What he said? He goes, "Chicago, put down your guns." Like that's gonna fucking work.
They all just dropped them. They're like, "Oh, yeah, we're done."
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, man, he said fucking no more. Put him down. We have to put him down. The guy fucking said that on TV. He's talking to people that are fucking murdering children, and they're just going to put down their guns because this guy has a fucking badge and he's on TV that he taped 6 hours before. Fuck yeah.
A buddy of mine, Rodney Norman, he's a comic. He put it on Facebook. I think it was on Twitter, too. He said, talking about Trump, we've heard about the secret police and the vans that are grabbing people and all that shit. He goes, it can't be a great secret if all the baristas at Starbucks fucking know about it. So, in other words, it's not a secret. They're not out to try to kill you. He's trying to save the fucking country as he's trying to become the president. Now, he's going to be president again because no one's voting for Sniffy Joe. They got to bring someone in. You're not going to bring in that dude. So, because of that, by default, he's going to win. But Frank, who's the piece of shit in this story?
It's very difficult for me to say this, but I think she's the piece of shit. Because if that's the reason she gave is that because I'm a woman, he has to bring in the troops. That's bullshit. I mean, the problem is Chicago goes back over 100 years with gangsters and with violence that has never stopped. Now, we're going to send in troops. Whatever we send in there, there's going to be battles. There's going to be wins and losses on both sides. Now, how far do we take this? If we just do it for a photo shoot, we're going to lose. You have to go in there and do a major overhaul in Chicago. And that's going to take many troops, many holidays missed by our soldiers. She's a piece of shit, but we're dealing with something that's an endless spiral downward failure.
If I was being beat up and a woman saw it and called the police, I wouldn't stop and go, seriously? A fucking woman? She's got to call the cop? I wouldn't care. The simple fact that we're thinking about the sex of it and thinking about the terms of it's about gender. It's not about anything. He's the fucking president, and he sees a city being destroyed. He should have done all this a long time ago. She shouldn't be saying anything. The fact that we're so divided that that's the fucking agenda. I'm not Democratic or Republican. I don't give a fuck because none of us can pay taxes at this point anyway. So it doesn't fucking matter. But here's the whole thing. Why do you care why it's happening? Let's just be happy that it's happening. Let's send them in. They're not going to fix it. It's not going to change it. But they need help. It's fucking under fire. And if we don't fucking do that, every city's going to start being like that. They already think by knocking down statues, doing everything else. And yeah, I'm saying they. When you're knocking down statues and doing all that, they think they can run everything. They pulled the cops back. We need to fucking police this country. It needs to be policed. We were in timeout because of COVID, but now we've lost our fucking minds and we're cranky. We need naps for a while. We need 2 months of fucking everyone's door is locked. Take a nap. Here's some juice. We'll see you in fucking November. That's what we need.
Pat, a question for you. Is my tax dollars paying for your eyebrows?
No, because you don't have tax. You don't pay taxes because you live on a bench in New Jersey. By the way, it's a pleasure and honor to be insulted by Barry Rib, and I feel good about that. And by the way, if you really look, I think we have the same fucking eyebrows, asshole. Move your glasses. We have the same one. Our hair does not match the drapes. We both have very sexy eyebrows, and yes, stunning lashes as well. I like how this started by Barry telling us, hey, do you think Geno's gay? And ended it by doing the gayest thing humanly possible and bashing my eyebrows. We got in a cat fight at the end. And I am honored and privileged to do that with you, Barry. Barry, thank you so much for being on POS. I really did. It was great. Bob, thank you so much. Barry, you go first. Where can they follow you? All that stuff.
Yo, listen, my manager was supposed to contact you, so I guess I got to fire him. He set up a Patreon. So go to patreon.com/Barry Ribs, no space in between. And
they know how that works. You can't put spaces on the internet.
Yeah, I'm just learning. I'm just learning all this new shit.
You're
Bob,
learning it, but when you say it to the people, it's Patreon/Barry Ribs. Go on there, give him money.
Yeah, thank you. And Bob taught me well. Bob, they should do $500 minimum, right, Bob?
Yeah,
Bob.
yeah, I would go high. I mean, look, man, I don't know, because nobody's gonna. If you put it too low, they'll give you 6 cents, man. You don't fucking want that.
I've got four tiers on mine. I've got $3, $10, $20, and $925. I call that rent. If you pay my rent, fucking great, thank you. I have rent on there.
So follow me on Twitter. I don't give a fuck about Instagram, and I don't give a fuck much about Facebook. I like Twitter now, thanks to Kevin Brennan. So follow me on Twitter. Not if you're a troll. I learned that shit now.
Well, now you're going to get trolls. Like, why would you say that?
I like, I tell the people, I know Bob probably don't give a fuck if they're trolls or not, but I don't really want followers that bust balls,
You just mute them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing that, Pat. I've been doing that lately.
But here's the weird thing about that. The troll is kind of like that girl that you don't listen. She's an asshole to you at first, but she still keeps talking to you all the time. Eventually, she's going to sweeten up because she just wants your attention. That's all they want. They want your attention. They want you to explore. When you don't, I've turned trolls into like my supportive fans by not answering them.
No, it's easy to do it.
They want to be in your shine, Bear. It's proving that you're doing shit. You're blowing up on Twitter. People are loving you. You've got a manager, which, by the way, bullshit. No, I'm kidding. No, but you've been killing it. You've been on ski mask. You're all over, but you're doing good stuff, and people want to fucking be involved in it. They see people joking. Like, they'll see this and see us busting balls, and they'll yell at me for talking to you and yell at you for talking to me. But like, we're having fun, and they're morons. If they were smart, they wouldn't be audience members or fans. They'd be creatives. They're stupid fucking people. They even hearing this, they don't even understand what I'm saying because they're too dumb. But and now they're gonna try to attack us. But like, you're not as good at it as we are. We're fucking trained mouth assassins. We'll kill you.
Yeah.
Did you hear Barry's line about my eyebrows? I'm gonna cry after this.
I know.
Yo, Bob, good health to you. I love you, brother.
Bob, plug your shit.
I love you. Just go on. I'm on Twitter at Levy_sir. I'll be on for a year next month at the end of August.
I hope you make
come
it.
on by. Yeah, I had so many followers, and now I have 6,000. I had like 80,000. They threw me off. I don't know.
It's crazy how they just tossed you, but you can't get the followers back. They should allow them back. I don't get that.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful.
It's like you're using their site. You're getting people to do the job they want. Be on there and be interactive. Then they get mad at you, but they bring you back. They should be like, yeah, your people get this thing, and then the people get mad, and they get off there because they're not following you. It's a dumb penalty. It's actually hurting them more than to start it all over. It's like stupid.
Yeah.
Frank.
But that's and then I'll be on whatever, Bob Levy on Facebook and Levy Bob on.
Are you still doing your podcast right
now? No, I'm waiting. I'm getting work done on me, and then I'm going to get glasses tomorrow. So I want to be able to see the writing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm going to wait a little bit.
No, I had to do the same thing.
I get my
At 45, I had to get bifocals. The same week I got high blood pressure medication, so I'm dying here. Frank, you're not dead yet.
No, I'm not dead yet. I'm still alive. I'm at on Twitter and Instagram at Frank Behavior. I'm on Facebook, and I'll be with Pat at Comics Mohegan Sun July 30th, August 13th, and August 20th.
You will. But we can't travel together because you're so old. We can't go in the same car.
I'm so old, man. I got to be isolated.
I have to get a ride from other unfunny people instead of hanging out with you. So. Well, my other podcast, I've got Podophiles, my new podcast. We teach people, then also shit on stuff. We just shit on Native Americans and try to debunk them this week. Find that on YouTube. Also, the Pat Oates podcast. I have Jim Stansel and Matt Mead from Kevin Brennan fame and all that. They're on my show. I try to find out why the fuck people know who they are. I'm like, they don't do anything, but we all know who the fuck they are. One of them has merch. What the fuck? So I try to find that on that show. Thank you guys so much for being on the show, and don't be a piece of shit.